All right, what's up, bearded and business folks? Today, episode 2 of the podcast, we are going to be continuing from after last week. We talked about the foundation of getting a good routine down of using a beard wash, none of that 20, 50, 80, 100, 3-in-1 soaps. We talked about using a oil. We talked about using a butter, and we talked about combing, brushing, all that stuff, which we'll get into greater details in the next upcoming episodes. Today, we're going to talk about the foundation of all three of those. As we talked about in episode 1, and we'll talk about in detail today, is the beard wash. The reason that this is a foundation is because if you're using an oil and not washing properly, as stated in the first episode, you're taking 2 steps backwards by washing with something else, and hydrating, you're only taking 1 step back. So you're constantly losing ground. So we are going to talk about how to properly wash our beard. I made a short little video that we'll show here about the routine. It is a little bit different from what my normal routine is because I did it in a sink. I will update that probably at a later date and time of being in the shower once I get my sexy body on a little bit, which could take a year, who knows. But this video kind of shows it. So we'll go ahead and roll that video. I've talked through the video. It'll be quick, and then we'll dive into a little bit more detail. All right, guys, I'm going to show you a real quick routine using a sink, washing my beard. So here we have our Honey Owl soap. So this is made with real beer. So what we want to do is put our bar of soap off to the side. We're going to get our hands, get our warm water going. So from here, what we're going to do is I'm going to wet the underside of the bar. Okay, so we got that nice and wet. Now I'm going to take the bar. I always start from my right ear. So I take the bar, I run it from my right ear around underneath my chin up and then back. And then I do it one more time just for good measure. Okay, so as you can see, put my bar back down. As you can see, I have some soap on my face. Okay, so now we're just going to work it in really good. We want to make sure that we get our inside our cheeks and then really just crunch it up. Right? Just crunch it up. Make sure we're getting underneath. If you got hair underneath your neck, or even if you don't, want to get it underneath your neck, right? Okay, so we're just going to keep going. Really to make sure you're getting, in my case with a long beard, you want to make sure that you get all the dirty out, whether it's cigar smoke or just get, oils that you've been putting in there over the days. Real good. Don't forget your mustache. Get up in there, okay? Now, rinse your beard off. Get the water in there. Make sure you rinse it out real good. All right. Now, with the trick with all natural soaps, because they are all natural, you want to take and put your soap on a porcupine dish. You can get these from us. What you want to do is you want to have your soap up out of the water. So when we sit our soap on here, all of the water that we just put on it goes down and away. It's not sitting in a puddle. This way it'll preserve longer. If you throw that bar of soap in the sink, it's going to dissolve very fast. All right, welcome back from the video, guys. We'll get into a little bit detail of each one of those steps that was just covered. But first, I'm going to get into why they're having a good beard wash is essential for your beard care. So first and foremost, as with the oils, butters, it is all about the skin. Guys, I know it sounds a little weird, and you're thinking, well, that's kind of, the ladies are all about moisturizing and stuff for the skin. It's for us too. This skin under here is important. It helps promote that growth. It also keeps his beautiful beard looking as beautiful as it does. So you want to promote skin health by using the proper beard oil. You want to use the proper stuff on your face, regardless of whether you have a beard or not. Research if you don't have a beard, things to use to keep your face hydrated. You could use the beard wash that we have at Whiskerman, but everybody likes a little something different. So if that's where you want to go, ours is specifically made for beards. You could use it to hydrate your skin, absolutely. But specifically, we're talking about beards. So to go on them, and it'll not only clean your beautiful locks from your face, but it's also going to help hydrate that skin, keep that skin moisturized and clean, and keep those pores open so that they can promote new growth. And then second is the healthier beard. Like we said, you use those three-in-ones. If you use the head, shoulders, knees, and toes, you're destroying your beard. If you're fortunate enough to not have beard drift from that or dry itchy, that dry itchy is because it's sucking all the moisture out. And then your beard probably sheds a lot more if you have that. So we're going from skincare. It also promotes beard care because it keeps those pores open and able to promote that new growth, as well as keeping your beard clean. Odor control, obviously. Anytime you wash, you want to control odor. I like to go down to, and you'll see in our next episode, I like to smoke cigars. Every Wednesday, I go down to an amazing place in Centerville, Ohio, Beckles Humidor, hang out with some great people. And then we will definitely get into more details about their business next week. But Patrick and Megan are amazing people. I can't wait to showcase their business and chat with Megan next week on the show. But obviously, smoking a cigar, you're going to get that smell in your beard. That cigar's clearly right here. And then just being around that smoke. So you need a good wash to get rid of that odor. So you got to get a good scrub. You want to be confident. I typically wear black. Uh, if I'm flaky, it's going to show up, and that could lower my confidence because I'm worried, is my shirt clean? I have to worry about my shirt being clean because I'm shedding, and then there's 4 dogs in the house, so that part is enough alone. I don't need to worry about, is my beard dropping beard drift all over the place. I want to be confident knowing that my beard is looking good. I've got it good. I spent time on it. I cleaned it nice. I keep it nice and combed. The last thing I want to do is go through all that and then just have white all over here, just speckled all throughout because I'm not taking care of it. So you want to be confident. Using a good wash will give you confidence. And then the dreaded beard drift. That is the number one thing that is such a turn off. When I first started growing a beard, I was just using the head, shoulders, knees, and toes, eyes and ears, mouth and nose. That's what I would use. And I noticed that it was dry, itchy. My beard was even like a Brillo pad. Wife wanted to shave it off. So you want to take care of it. And then I had that beard drift. I was always, constantly wiping off, and it was embarrassing. So now using the Whiskerman beard soap, I feel confident that my beard's not going to, it's my skin's going to be great. My beard's going to be good. My beard's going to smell good. Uh, it elevates my beard game in order to come into what we'll talk about next week, putting the oils on, and then subsequently using the butters to get that nice smell in. Because I've got a nice clean palette now that I can use. So those are some of the main things. If you want some more details about that, I pulled all that information directly from the book that talks about washing your beard. So that is why we do that. And then why do we use beard soap? Well, one is because it's cool. Having beard soap is pretty cool. But there are reasons behind that. So the alcohol properties inside of the beer will help soothe your skin. So most men, not all, but those that do, that trim their cheek lines or shave underneath their neck, if you're using a straight razor, if you're using any type of razor, you're probably going to have some irritation every once in a while. So that alcohol property that comes from inside the beer is going to help kind of soothe that and calm down that redness that you get. And then the second reason is it creates, because of the bubbles in the beer, it creates such a great lather. Unfortunately, in that video that you just saw, there wasn't enough. I didn't wet my beard enough. But when I'm in the shower and I wash, I literally get so much that I just can literally grab it, bring it down, and then I take it and then I wash the rest of my body with it because it smells so good. So Whiskerman, we offer 2 different types. We have our honey ale and our summer ale. Um, Both of them are available. As we talked about last week, you can get them through our website, whiskerman.com. You can come see if it's at our events, or you can send us an email saying you'd like the product and then meet up and do that. So our soaps are amazing. We offer other soaps that we'll get into in future episodes, but with the beard wash, breaking down the video that we just went through that you've seen a few minutes ago. First, you want to make sure your beard is wet. You want to have it nice and wet. If you're in the shower, get it. You want to kind of wash it first, get in there, get the skin, try to bring everything out, make sure that it is nice and wet. Then what I like to do, and you could be different. Everyone's a different human being. They all do their own thing. But what I like to do, just because I want to stay consistent in my beard game and health, is I always take the bar soap and I start from my right ear. I come across my chin, up my chin line to my left ear, back around, and then I do it one more time, and then I put the soap up. Key point, our soap is naturally made. Natural products have a tendency, because they are made with better stuff, that if you leave it sitting in water, as I stated in the video, it will disintegrate. If you take your typical bar that you get from wherever you shop at, and you put it in a tub, and you put a natural bar soap, homemade bar soap in the tub, that natural bar is going to disappear over time. I'm not sure the scientific how long it takes, but it's very quick because it's natural. If you leave a regular bar of soap in the tub in the sink, it's going to stay there forever. It's almost like the burgers that you leave out, and they never change. They never, because of all the chemicals that are added in there. So you use the porcupine dish as you saw in the video, put your soap up, put my soap up so that it doesn't, in the shower, I've got a holder up there that all the water runs straight off so that it's not sitting in its own wetness. And so now you have the soap on your beard. What I tend to do is I like to just kind of go into my skin first. I like to scrub my face. And then from there, I come down and pull all of the lather off. And then what's in there, I put back into my cheeks. And then I pay, a lot of men will have a tendency to not pay attention to their mustache. I go across my mustache, make sure I scrub it really well. Once I'm completely done, and I think I have it nice and clean, I will take everything and strip all of the suds down to this part of my beard. And the reason I do that is because I collect it all, then I take it, and I wash my body with the soap. You don't have to do that. That's just something I do. It's not going to hurt the rest of your skin, versus taking something from your head, shoulders, knees, and toes down to your beard. That will hurt your skin. This will not. You can use it basically anywhere on your body. So after that, I get underneath the running water and I make sure that I get in and scrub all of it out. Make sure that it's nice, clean, that I get all of the suds out and that it is good to go. I do it. I kind of scrub through it several different times just to make sure it's completely clean. From there, you're done. When you get out of the shower is a different routine, which we will talk about in next episode, of what to do once you are out of the shower. You have this wet beard. How do you get it to look like this? And my beard is by no means magnificent, but it looks better than if it was, all crazy all over the place, because I take the time to do as I just did. I take the time to do the routine that we'll show you in next week's episode. That is washing your beard. You have two options. Through Whiskerman, you can get a honey owl, which is amazing, smells great, has that sweetness to it. Or you can use our summer owl. Both are available in person. Both are available on our website, and both come in our starter kit. Inside our starter kit, as we talked about last week, there's two main starter kits to look at: the soap, oil, butter, comb. And then a bonus, you can up your order and throw in the book, which talks a little bit more detail about what we just went over for beard wash. So thanks, guys, for listening to the beard portion. Next is an amazing business. This is also a business that my wife and I are both in. I think that this business is life-changing in so many different ways. One, this is going to be one of those rarities to where this is a business that not only is going to double your buying power or your spending power, but it's also something that you can get into and get that residual income from. So I will turn this over to a short video. After the video, we'll come back and I will point out some key things from the video. I'll tell you about a little bit how we got involved in it and why I'm so passionate about this business and where I think this is going to go. And then we'll post how you can get involved, how to contact us if you're interested. So without further ado, here is the video.
Is this your first look at TranzactCard? Well, congratulations. That means someone cares about you enough to share with you this possibility. It means someone may believe that there is an income generating opportunity here, as well as an opportunity for you to cause the money you have to go further. What exactly is a TranzactCard? Well, this is a TranzactCard. It's a debit card linked to a checking account. I want you to imagine for a moment that this debit card has your name on it, not mine. It's linked to a checking account. This is also a debit card. This one's not a Transact card. This one's issued by Merrill Lynch. If one uses this debit card to acquire any item, for example, if I use this Merrill Lynch debit card to acquire this marking pen, what do I get? I get the marking pen. You know the magic thing, if I use my Transact card to acquire the marking pen, then I get the marking pen and I get something else. If this marker costs $2, then I also receive 2 Z-Bucks. What exactly is a Z-Buck? A Z-Buck is a digital currency which is negotiable only in our closed-loop ecosystem. Use this card to acquire this marking pen, and you will have an equal offsetting balance measured in Z-Bucks, which you can negotiate in our e-commerce site. Let me ask you a real simple question. Imagine that this debit card has your name on it. It's linked to a checking account in your name, not in mine. This debit card has your name on it. It's linked to a checking account in your name, not mine. My cameraman, Scott. So, Scott, I want you to imagine that with this debit card, it's got $1,000 in it. You can acquire $1,000 worth of goods and services. This debit card is a magic one. It's a Transact card. With this one, you can acquire not just $1,000 in goods and services. What if you could acquire $1,100? Scott, this one you can buy $1,000 worth of stuff. This one, $1,100. Which one do you want? Easiest answer going, isn't it? But you know what? That dramatically understated the reality. When you swipe this card, you don't get $1,100 worth of value. When you swipe this card, you get the value of the item you negotiated for, and you'll receive an equal number of Z-Bucks. That's a digital currency. As a result of using this card, earning Z-Bucks, now you get not only the item you paid cash for, but you get to use those Z-Bucks at our e-commerce site. It will take pressure off of your budget. How does it work? How can you double your buying power? Very simply this. TransactCard negotiates with community-owned banks. As a result of bringing new accounts to the bank, we negotiate for 50% of the transaction fees. We negotiate for 85% of the interchange fees. You may never even have heard of interchange fees. You know, if you look at Wells Fargo statements, you'll see they earned $1.2 billion in interchange fees last year. That's a little piece of money that exchanges, goes back and forth between banks every time money changes hands. You're paying interchange fees today. Why am I paying interchange fees? I use cash. You know what? The price of Transact fees, the price of interchange fees is baked into every single product you purchase, whether it be at Walmart or at Apple. You're paying interchange fees right now. By becoming a TransactCard member, you put the shoe on the other foot. You start to receive those interchange fees. That makes sense to you? Let the person know who invited you here. You want to know the whole story. You'd like to know what it means to become a TransactCard member because, of course, you'd like the money you have to go further. What if you, like me, have entrepreneurial instincts? What if you would not just like the money you have to go further, but you'd like to actually earn more money? Well, isn't it logical that if you are the gateway, if you provide the mechanism which causes someone else to double their buying power, isn't it logical there would be an economic opportunity in it for you as well? And in fact, there is. When you are the gateway which provides the card to others, every time they swipe the card, they receive Z-Bucks they can utilize in our e-commerce site. Every time they swipe the card, you earn cash. How much cash? Well, probably a bigger number than you're thinking of right now. I want you to know that as a result of positioning yourself to earn banking fees instead of paying them, when you become one who is receiving transaction fees, when you become one who is receiving interchange fees instead of paying them, the numbers get really big, and they get big pretty fast. Whoever you are, whatever you want, it's my deepest belief and conviction that TransactCard matters to you. Tell the person who sent this video to you you'd like to know the whole story. Tell them you've had a first look at TransactCard. You want to see the big picture. Look forward to our personal conversation.
All right, guys. Nothing more that I could say that the video didn't kind of cover, but I'm just going to add a couple of highlights. So from a consumer perspective, of $25 if you join and scan the QR code that'll be at the end of this and join for $25 one-time fee if you do this before January 31st, 2024. $25. Most of you people will spend more than that on a pizza. So $25 one-time fee before January 31st, 2024. If you do it after January 2024, not the end of the world. It's going to be $25 annually on your anniversary year. you would be charged $25. What does that card get you? It gets you a debit card that's FDIC backed bank. No credit. We're not pulling your credit report or anything. You can load the card, you can use it, swipe it. I'm not asking you to do anything different than what you're already doing. You just swipe it. And what you're doing now is you're swiping your card, whether it's, USAA, and in my case, I swipe it and I paid for my services. With this card, I'm not only going to get the services that I'm paying for, but I'll also get those Z bucks. Inside of the Z bucks, every Z buck is the same as if you would have coal cash, except the beauty of ours is it never expires. Inside our ecosystem, which is being built, it took Amazon over 30 years to get their e-commerce side where it is today. We are in our infancy. We are slowly building that. We will have everyday items that you will be able to use your Z-Bucks that you got just by doing what you're currently doing, spending, swiping, doing that, that you will be able to use those Z-Bucks to buy down the price of everyday goods. If that wasn't good enough, you also get access to travel. Does the travel work? Absolutely, can tell you firsthand. We are going to be taking a couple trips with the business, booked a hotel. Here are some pictures of comparisons. Saved over $40 on just one trip. Did nothing other than I knew I needed a hotel in a certain city. I know I had to pay for it. I paid for it. And on top of that, if I would have booked this travel while swiping my card, which will be coming out here in the next couple of weeks, I would have not only got my hotel room, but I would have also earned more Z bucks to spend on that next hotel room. So what a fabulous consumer item. Don't change nothing. Spend $25, get the card swipe, get the double bonuses of getting the service that you're paying for, whether it's $5 or $500, and then get equally matching Z bucks to use in our e-commerce site, and then also have access to an amazing platform of e-commerce and travel stuff, amazing travel opportunities. But as if that's not good enough, I told you before the video, the reason my wife and I have gotten into this is one, there are some amazing folks that are behind this. Um, of course, you can go out and you can Google Whiskerman and you're going to find something negative. Absolutely. So be careful what you take in. I'm telling you firsthand, this is a company that is built on a solid foundation, and our team we are working with, the Disruptors, is a built off of a faith-based foundation of you don't have to be a Christian to be involved in this, but we have a majority of the folks are faith-based, which means we want to be honest and trustworthy. So that is what drew us in. One, the people, and then being faith-based, and then two, the power that this is going to generate from a business aspect is going to be astronomical. There were folks that were laughing and telling two gentlemen that wore bowler hats not too far from where I'm sitting right now in Dayton, Ohio, that they would never put a lighter than air and have man flying. And sure enough, those two brothers, you probably guessed it, the Wright brothers flew. Those that doubt us, we'll see when this takes off, and we're doing amazing things. So there is a business side. If you would like to get into the business side and get some more details, please reach out. We'll have a QR code if you want to get the card. Scan the QR code, go on, boom, bang, done. Easy peasy, easiest, best $25 you ever spend in your life. If you would like to get in the business, you'll reach out via the email that will follow that QR code. Guys, this is a journey that is going to change lives in so many different ways. Right now, we're going to change the United States, and as this grows, this community is going to change the world. So be an early adopter. Don't be sitting on the sidelines 6 months from now, a year from now, going shoulda, woulda, coulda, wished that I did. Hit the QR code at a minimum. Get yourself a card. $25. The easiest $25 you'll ever spend in your life. Easy, no-brainer decision. And if you're like us, have that entrepreneur spirit and want to get into something that is a low startup point compared to other franchises that are out there, other startup businesses, you'll be mind blown at what it costs and what the support gets you. So reach out via the email. So guys, if you made it to this point of the video, amazing. That means you made it all the way to the end. Love you so much for making it there. As always, shout out to our first responders, our active duty military members, and our veterans. If you're in a dark place as a veteran or inside any of those communities, reach out to us. I would love to pull someone out of the darkness. Been there myself. Love you guys, what you do. Love my brothers and sisters that are wearing the uniform and that took the uniform off. And as always, if you can't get behind those folks, feel free to get in front of them. We'll see you next week.